Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? You try to speak, but your words seem to disappear into thin air. Meanwhile, someone else walks in, and suddenly, the energy shifts. People take notice. Eyes follow them. They don't even have to speak, yet they command the space. Why does this happen? What makes the difference? Most people blend into the background. Their energy is forgettable. They rush their words, hesitate, or try too hard to impress, only to be overlooked. But then, there are those who own every room they enter. And here's the secret. It's not about wealth, looks, or even intelligence. It's about perception. Whether we realize it or not, society operates on silent hierarchies, leaders and followers, dominance and submission. Before you even speak, people judge you, not by what you say, but by how you say it, the way you carry yourself, the way you pause or don't. And the moment they place you in a lower category, breaking free becomes almost impossible. But what if I told you? There's one simple move that will completely shift how people see you. A single adjustment that instantly makes others respect you before you even say a word. It's not arrogance. It's not aggression. It's a tool that the most powerful figures in history have used for centuries. And the best part? It's something anyone can do, starting right now. We like to believe that everyone starts on equal footing, that what we say defines how we're treated. But the truth? Society is constantly sorting people, quietly, invisibly, into two categories: dominance and submission. And this judgment isn't based on facts or credentials. It's made before you even open your mouth. It's in your body language. It's in your tone of voice. It's in how fast you speak, how much space you take up, even whether you're comfortable enough to pause. Here's the mistake most people make. They rush to fill the silence. They feel that awkward moment, and they panic. They talk faster, ramble more, just to avoid that uncomfortable pause. But in doing so, they reveal something crucial. They're not in control. Those who dominate the room don't race against silence. They use it. They know that silence isn't empty. It's powerful. Because when you're comfortable with silence, people assume you're confident. And when you speak slowly, with purpose, they assume what you're saying must matter. There's one tool that the most powerful people in the world use, but most never notice it. It's not a loud voice. It's not aggressive posture. It's not even what they say. It's the pause. The pause is psychological. It creates a moment of uncertainty, a void your audience instinctively wants to fill. But here's the twist. When you control that silence, you control the room. Great leaders use the pause like punctuation. Steve Jobs would step back, hands clasped, eyes scanning the room, letting the silence breathe before dropping a game-changing phrase. Obama would speak, pause, letting the weight of each word settle before continuing. Why does this work? Because silence creates tension, and tension is power. When you pause, people lean in. They wait. They anticipate. And in that moment, you're not just speaking. You're leading. The greatest characters in film and history understood this. Think of Vito Corleone in The Godfather. His power was never in shouting. It was in measured, intentional silence. The pause isn't weakness. It's a message. One that says, I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to lead you. There's a reason why the most powerful people in the room are often the quietest. Silence isn't awkward. It's intentional. It plays directly into one of the most powerful forces in human psychology: anticipation. when you speak slowly, when you pause before you answer, when you let your words land before rushing to the next thought. You're not just talking. You're creating suspense. Fast talkers might come across as eager, even desperate. They fear silence, fill every second with noise as if they need to earn your attention. But slow, deliberate speakers, they know something powerful. People value what they have to wait for. In business, in art, in conversation. Anticipation builds desire, and desire builds perceived value. The longer the pause, the deeper the tension. The deeper the tension, the greater the impact. Think of a master storyteller, a leader delivering news, or a performer standing in silence before that first note. The silence isn't empty. It's full of power, intention, and expectation. Sometimes power isn't in what you say. It's in the space you leave behind. Most people rush to speak, desperate to fill silence, to avoid discomfort, to prove something. But those who truly command attention, they don't chase it. They create it. They pause before responding. Not because they're unsure, but because they choose their words like a sculptor chooses each cut. The purpose, the care. They hold eye contact, not in aggression, but in stillness. A silent signal. I see you, and I'm not flinching. They speak slowly, deliberately, letting every word land, echo, and settle into the room. Here's what most never realize. The pause, the gaze, the silence. They aren't empty. They're charged. With confidence, with control, with presence. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed how people treat you differently, depending on how you carry yourself? Have you tried slowing your speech, holding eye contact, letting silence speak louder than words? Share your experience in the comments. Let's open a conversation, because awareness is the first step toward mastery. And if this resonated with you, if you felt even a flicker of truth in these words, hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe, because we're only just getting started. Remember this: the world responds to how you show up. Master your presence. Master your pause. And you'll never be ignored again.